Hey there. So you've had that aha moment, right? That brilliant idea, that killer logo, that invention that could change everything. But then comes the big question. How do I make sure nobody else just takes it? Well, today we're diving into exactly that, the essential tools you need to protect your creative work right here in India.
Seriously, think about it for a second. That project you're pouring all your time and energy into, that brand you're building from the ground up, is it actually safe? Is it protected from copycats? It's a massive question. And thankfully, the answer lies in knowing which legal shields you have at your disposal.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to identify the enemy, this thing called infringement. Then, we'll look at the three main shields in your arsenal: trademarks to protect your brand, copyrights to protect your art, and patents to protect your inventions. And finally, we'll put it all together in your complete legal toolkit. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. To know how to defend your work, you've got to understand what you're up against. So let's clearly define the problem we're trying to solve.
The big official word for what we're fighting is infringement. And what does that mean? In simple terms, it's when someone uses, copies, or cashes in on your creation without your permission. It's the unauthorized use of your stuff. And that's the core threat we're going to learn how to shield against.
All right, let's start building our defense. We'll kick things off with the shield that protects your most public-facing asset, your brand's identity.
We see this kind of thing all the time. Imagine a new company starts selling sodas in a red can with a swirly white font. If you, as a customer, might get confused and think you're buying a Coke, that's trademark infringement in a nutshell. It's all about stopping people from getting confused and protecting that reputation you've worked so hard to build.
So what happens when someone crosses that line? Well, you're not helpless. The law gives you a really powerful playbook. First, you can get an injunction, which basically means the court tells them to stop right now. Then you can go after the money, either by claiming damages for what you lost or by taking the profits they made off your idea. And for the final blow, a court can even order all the knockoff goods to be destroyed. Pretty powerful stuff.
And this isn't just some theory from a textbook. It has real-world teeth. There was a huge case where the court sided with PepsiCo against a mark from Coca-Cola because it was just too similar. It's a perfect example that shows the courts will step in to protect a brand's identity, no matter how big the companies involved are.
Okay, protecting your brand is one thing, but what about the actual work? Your art, your music, your book, even your software code. That's where our second shield, copyright, comes into the picture. It's really straightforward. If you write a novel and someone turns it into a movie without asking you, that's copyright infringement. If you take an amazing photograph and a website uses it without your permission, that's infringement. Copyright basically gives you, the creator, total control over how your original work gets used and shared with the world. And when it comes to fighting back, you're probably noticing a pattern here, which is a good thing. Just like with trademarks, you can get an injunction to stop them, you can claim damages or their profits, and you can have all the illegal copies handed over or destroyed. This consistency is what makes intellectual property laws so strong. It gives creators like you a reliable set of tools. I mean, take the incredible case of the artist Amarnath Sehgal. His work, a mural, was taken down and damaged. He fought back, and the court actually confirmed his moral rights as a creator. This was huge. It proves that copyright doesn't just protect your wallet, it protects the soul and integrity of your work itself. So, we've shielded your brand and we've defended your art. But what about a brand new idea, an invention that literally changes how something works? For that, we need our third and final shield, the patent. Getting a patent is like getting an exclusive monopoly on your invention for a while. So if you patent, say, a new kind of solar panel, nobody else gets to make, use, or sell it without cutting you in. It's all about protecting the functional, nitty-gritty, technical side of an idea. By now, this toolkit should feel pretty familiar, but with patents, the stakes can be sky high. You can get an injunction to shut down a whole factory line. You can recover massive damages, claim their profits, and get the infringing products yanked off the shelves for good. A patent is way more than a certificate. It's a serious economic weapon to protect your investment. And if you want to see high stakes, just look at the pharmaceutical industry. A single drug patent can be worth billions. In a huge case between Merck and Glenmark, the court actually stopped the production of a drug because it infringed on Merck's patent. This just goes to show how vital patents are for encouraging and protecting innovation that can literally change the world. Okay, so we've been through the threat and we've looked at the three major shields. Let's pull it all together now into one simple, clear toolkit. So here it is, all laid out. You've got your trademark for your brand identity, you've got your copyright for your original creative works, and you've got your patent for your inventions. Each one protects something different. But look at that last column. That's the real takeaway. The remedies, the power to get an injunction, claim damages, and take their profits, are basically the same across the board. That's the key. No matter what you create, Indian law gives you a consistent and seriously powerful toolkit to protect it. You see, knowing all this stuff isn't about being defensive or worried. It's about being empowered. It gives you the confidence to go out there and build and create and innovate because you know your hard work is protected by the law. So the real question is, now that you know how to protect it, what amazing thing are you going to create next?